Hi, guys. Welcome back. If you're new to the show, make sure you hit subscribe. If you've been here before, make sure you hit the thumbs up. If you're in your 20s, you probably aren't familiar with the term going postal. You've probably heard it, but you're not sure what it means. Today, we're going to watch videos of postal workers that teach you what going postal is all about. I hope you enjoy.
You know the term going postal? It gets used a lot today as just different things. Like, oh, you're acting crazy. But it's actually a real thing that happened and was first coined in the 1993 St. Petersburg Times. Basically, from the 1980s to the 1990s, a bunch of different letter carriers had attacked their fellow coworkers and different supervisors and managers, and the St. Petersburg Times coined the phrase "going postal," and ever since then, the rest is history.
Because the mail never stops. Imagine a mundane job that you can't stand, and all it is that continuous thing every day. The mail comes in, the mail comes out. Nobody ever appreciates you. The dog goes to bite you. It's a living hell.
POV, you're the mail lady, so you got a fake smile all day.
She has a nice smile, but did you see how she lost it so quickly? That's how it happens. Speaking of losing it, check out this guy,
Management is not, nor will they ever be, your friend. They can be
right?
cordial, they can
Okay.
be friendly, but they're not your friend. If it's between their ass and yours, you're done, man. They'll falsify documentation, they'll falsify clock rings, they'll forge your signature. They will do whatever it takes to get their ass out of the fire. They're not your friend.
They aren't your friends, so get in well with them just in case.
So I'm out on my route one day. I'm doing an apartment building as well. I'm just minding my own business, delivering mail, hot day, summer day, crazy out. Go out from this apartment building, and all of a sudden I just hear like this car skirt like right up into the parking lot. A dude jumps out. Dude looked crazy. Like I saw crazy in this man's eyes. They were just crazy. And so he has a baseball bat in his hand and he's running like crazy. Like I've never, like Napoleon Dynamite run on times 10. Just like goes up to a car and just starts smashing it. Smashing. I'm just like, I was standing there like, does anyone else see this? No one's around me, so I'm the only one witnessing this. And I'm just like, the guy runs off, jumps back in the car, all like he robbed the bank, and the car just squeals off. I was just,
I think the mailman got lucky that the guy got back in the car because when you're the mailman, you're probably carrying like a 30 to 50-pound bag of letters. I don't know how they can do that long term without getting knee damage,
Sunday is Mother's Day.
right?
I just mailed my mom a card. And I was looking for the closest place that, because the post offices that I know of are like off where I'm going. So I was just searching for where I could mail her card. And I found this place. It's called
Goin
Goin
Postal.
Postal.
I like that name.
Tell me, you know what that means, right?
No, tell us.
Do you know what that means?
Kind
Goin
of.
Postal? Like the origins of that phrase?
Spit
And
it
then
out, lady.
if you do know, how old are you? And if you don't know, how old are you? Because I just talked to the woman who took my Mother's Day card, and I was like, interesting name. And she looked like she's older than I am. So she was like, yeah, I know. I wondered about that too. And some people come in here and they say something about it. And it's always people that are older that comment on the name. And I'm like, yeah, I think maybe younger people just don't know the origins.
Yeah, because people like you beat around the bush and don't tell us what it means. Thanks, lady, for nothing.
A crazy thing about this job that a lot of people don't understand is that mail carriers have to deliver the mail every day, right? Like, this isn't a job where you come in and send emails at a desk. This is a job where you physically go through an entire route every day. Like, you have to go start to finish.
Regardless if you want to or not. Not irregardless. I'm not even sure irregardless is a word. Regardless if you want to or not, the mail never stops.
At a desk, this is a job where you physically go through an entire route every day. Like, you have to go start to finish
Right.
every day. So if you come in hungover and you're on a 15-mile walking route, you still got to walk 15 miles. There's no like, oh, I'll do part of this tomorrow. We don't have that luxury.
That's why you hear stories of people going to the dumpster and dumping the mail in the trash. Look at that crazy eye on that girl. Okay, so this is why they go crazy. Imagine seeing this all the time, 7 days a week. That would drive you nuts, wouldn't it? You would honestly get to the point where you would never want to see another piece of mail again. I like these guys. Let's hear what they have to say this time.
So there's just one time that I was walking up on this front porch, and you hear the stereotype that mailmen hate dogs, dogs hate mailmen. Well, that is very true. Dogs are not as nice as you think, and I'm about to tell you why. So this is a dog that every single day when it's inside the house and it hears me on the front porch, it always charges the front door and hits it as hard as it can trying to get out. Well, this one day, I put the mail in the box and I turned to walk down the steps, and I hear him coming, and he hits the glass door so hard that it just shatters, blows out everywhere. It scares me so bad. I jump down the steps, full 180 midair. I got my bag ready to put it in between me and the dog, and I'm like ready for a fight. And I'm looking, and the dog's not moving. There's no noise. And I'm like, man, maybe this thing just knocked itself out. And so I'm looking around, and there's shattered glass everywhere. So I left for the day. My heart was racing. I come back the next day. Well, I see the dog, so I'm like, was kind of wishing it took it out, but okay. And the door was just like a broken mess, and they had put a little baby gate up in front of the door. And
What a scary situation. Now, here's the thing. You can't negotiate with a dog that wants to bite you. So when he says, "Hey, I did a 180 in midair and I jumped over the stairs," good for him. You got to do whatever you can do to get out of there. But do you guys think the dog maybe knocked itself out? I doubt it. This story's funny.
So I was just at the post office, and at my particular post office, there's a drop box that you can use either for after hours, or if you have a label already on the items that you have, they want you to put it in the drop box because they don't want you to go through the line because they feel like it's wasting their time, right? I've told this before. When I walk through and actually go to speak to somebody, they're like, you can just use the drop box. So I started using the Dropbox about a year ago. So fine, whatever. I'll use the Dropbox. God forbid you interact with a customer. But whatever. So I'm using the Dropbox, and I drop one box in, right? And then I lift it back up, and I go to scan the other one, and I go to put it in, and I drop it. And all of a sudden I hear from behind a wall, like this is the back of their office area, and I'm in the front. There's a wall and then a metal box in between us, right? There's no window, nothing like that. And I drop it in, and I hear, "You don't listen?" And I'm like, is he talking to me? And I open it back up, and I say, "Sir, are you talking to me?" And he goes, "Yeah, you can't listen?" And I'm like, "To what?" And he goes, "I told you not to drop it. You told me through a wall with a closed metal box not to drop a box in the drop box? And you expect me to hear it and to know you were talking to me, even though he wasn't even standing there. Like, once you open it, you can see in the back, right? He wasn't standing there. He was like 8 feet away. And he goes, "Yeah, I told you not to drop it." And I go, "Sir, I don't know that you're talking to me. And you're talking to me through a wall. How am I supposed to know that you're talking to me?" And the people behind me are like staring in shock, and they're like, oh my God, what is he talking about? And so I just close it, and this guy in line is like, he's like, some people just cannot like be nice. And I'm like, me? And he goes, no, 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 no. No, that's definitely on him.
And I totally agree. So here's the first question for you guys. Do you agree? Was it on the guy that was behind the wall that was yelling, don't drop it, like you're supposed to know that that direction is for you? Or is it on the lady here? I'm on her side. I think it was the guy behind the wall.
Welcome to my TED Talk. Today, I'm going to talk about what get on my motherfucking nerve, okay? It's a whole lot of shit that gets on my nerves, but today...
She's about to go postal.
That gets on my nerves, but today we're going to talk about writing on people's mail. Now, I get it. Y'all want to let us know that the person no longer lives there. That's fine. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to get other people's mail? I get it, you know? So, but what in the fuck is this? What is it? You gotta write on the whole piece of mail? Because guess what? It has to, we gotta figure out where it's going. So it might go to this person. I'd be mad as hell if I got some shit like that. Here go another one. What? A permanent.
See, here's the problem with the straw that breaks the camel's back. I'm looking at those two envelopes. One said RTS. I assume that means return to sender. The other said, whatever, that resident doesn't live here, whatever it said, right? That irritates her because she sees that a million times a month, right? You and I see that once a year when we're typing return to sender on the envelope and handing it back to the people, right? Those are things that wouldn't make people upset, but for some reason, it pushes her over the edge.
Permanent marker? A big ass permanent marker though? That's unnecessary. It's uncalled for. You feel me? If you don't know the markups, you know what I'm saying? It's A and K, addressee, not known, or FWD. That's forward. That's all you gotta do, and then do it discreetly. I
Wasn't expecting that. That little guy said, write that shit small. I agree with her. I think she's a little bit overboard. You know what I thought of when she saw you know what I thought of when she said using an oversized marker? I kind of pictured President Trump the way he signs everything with that huge marker. And so did you. You thought that as well. Hit subscribe, damn it.
So many postal workers unalived their coworkers between the years of 1970 and 1997 that the term going postal was coined.
Wow.
What? If you don't know what going postal is, it's an American phrase that means to become extremely and uncontrollably angry, often to the point of violence. During this time, more than 40 people were unalived by current or former USPS workers. The earliest known written use of this phrase was December 17th, 1993 in St. Petersburg Times. They actually indicated that the USPS did not like the term going postal. Even though it's like in every 90s movie ever. After the unalivings, the USPS did one of the most conclusive studies on USPS postal workers. This report gave detailed statistics on what it was like to work at the USPS Postal Service versus any other job. Among many other things, they found this. Pause to read.
Let's read this real quick together, shall we? Okay, so it says still, the USPS report suggests that working conditions at the P.O. Box are, to say the least, a little tense. You know what else makes me tense? When you don't hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button, please.
This is what it looks like when people don't come to work. Watch this. Okay. There's a little bit of mail. Look at that. Look at that.
So, because they don't come to work, you get carriers like me. You know that saying when they say, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm working every fucking day. Every fucking day. This shit ain't fair. This shit ain't right. But I'm working.
Thank God he's working. Listen, a lot of us would like to take a mail carrier job, but then when you do it, you end up dealing with this. Could you imagine seeing the same thing all the time? I know what you're thinking. That sounds like my job too, and it is your job too. You know what else you want to see every day at the same time? This show. So make sure you hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, come back tomorrow. We'll watch some more videos together. Have a good night.